Snow drifted lazily against the floor-to-ceiling windows of the Sterling residence, a 5-story penthouse glowing like a golden lantern above Manhattan. Inside, violins played soft holiday music while guests in velvet gowns and tailored tuxedos floated from room to room. Everything sparkled. Everything felt expensive. Everything existed to make one man look untouchably Leah Sterling. Lena Harper stood near the balcony, one hand resting on her 6-month pregnant belly. The noise inside laughter, clinking glasses. The hum of money pressed on her skull until she felt she couldn't breathe. She just wanted real air. Air that didn't smell like cinnamon candles and polished wealth. She pushed the balcony door open. Cold wind brushed her face. Snowflakes landed on her eyelashes and melted into tiny drops. For the first time all night, her chest loosened. The city glittered below like a frozen sea of lights. Then she heard it. Heavy footsteps. She didn't even have to turn. She recognized his stride anywhere. Lena Ilias's voice cut through the cold. "Why are you hiding out here? People are looking for you." "I just needed a minute," she said softly. He stepped outside, letting the door close behind him. His face was flushed to many drinks. Even under his designer coat, she could see the tension. "You're embarrassing me," he said, jaw tight. "I can't have you disappearing like this. Investors think something's wrong." "I'm tired, Ilias. I'm pregnant. I just need to breathe." "You always have an excuse." He moved closer. She instinctively stepped back, her spine brushing the glass railing. "Please," she whispered. "Let's go inside and talk later." That word "please" set him off. "You make me the villain," he hissed. "You act like a victim every time things don't go your way." His hand shot out, gripping her arm. She winced as his fingers dug into her skin. "Elias, stop. You're hurting me." But he didn't stop. He pushed her hard. Her feet slipped on a patch of snow. The railing caught her hip for half a second. Then gravity yanked her backward. The world spun, the lights, the balcony, Ilias's shocked face. Lena's scream tore into the night as she plummeted toward the street below. Snow followed her like falling stars. And above, Elias stood frozen at the railing, staring at what he had just done. But Lena wasn't done yet, because she wasn't going to hit the pavement. She was about to land on the one car and the one man who could save her. The moment Lena's scream vanished into the icy air, the music inside the Sterling penthouse collapsed into stunned silence. A violinist froze mid. A champagne flute slipped from someone's hand and shattered across the marble floor. "What was that?" a woman gasped. Then a man near the balcony let out a scream of his own. She fell. Oh, my God, she fell. Guests rushed toward the open doors in a frantic wave. A gust of cold wind swept inside, carrying snowflakes and the sharp bite of winter. People crowded the railing, their breaths fogging the air as they looked down. A few recoiled immediately. Others leaned in for a closer look, hands trembling. I think she landed on a car," someone whispered, voice cracking. "Whose car is that?" "I don't know. But the hood is crushed." "Wait, did she move?" Another person asked, pulling out their phone. "I swear I saw her hand twitch." For a split second, hope flickered among the terrified guests. Inside, the penthouse dissolved into chaos. People cried, murmured prayers, grabbed one another for stability. A woman clutched her chest and whispered, "She was just here. She just walked past me." Elias walked back in moments later, snow sticking to his hair and shoulders. His face was twisted into something between shock and calculation. "What happened?" someone asked him. She slipped. His voice was too firm, too rehearsed. The snow on the balcony, she lost her footing. Several guests exchanged looks. Some nodded automatically, eager for a simple explanation. Others weren't convinced. A woman near the bar said softly, "I saw her earlier. She looked scared." Elias's eyes snapped toward her, sharp as broken glass. She was emotional, overwhelmed. "You all saw how stressed she was." People began murmuring again, this time about him. A young woman, shaking, spoke up. I was standing close when she fell. She didn't look like she slipped. It looked like she reached out, like she was trying to stop something. Her friend grabbed her wrist. Not here. Don't say that here. Elias heard it anyway. Panic flashed across his face for a heartbeat before he smothered it. He turned away and barked orders to his head of security. Check the cameras. Wipe the footage from the balcony and the hallway. Now. The guard hesitated. Sir, the police, do it before they get here, Elias snapped. A small group of guests overheard him. Their faces paled. He's deleting evidence, one whispered. That's not normal. This is bad. Really bad. Sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder and louder. Someone near the window whispered, if she's alive, Elias is finished. Because Lena didn't just fall. She survived. And she knew the truth. Cold air blasted into the ambulance as the door slammed shut behind the paramedics. Lena lay strapped to the gurney, her body aching from head to toe. Every breath felt like broken glass scraping her ribs, but she was alive. Her baby was alive. That was all she clung to. Ma'am, stay awake, the paramedic said gently, adjusting the oxygen mask. Your vitals are holding. The baby's heartbeat is strong. Lena blinked, tears sliding into her hairline. Don't let him near me, she whispered, voice trembling. Who? The paramedic asked, leaning closer. Elias, she breathed. My husband. The paramedic exchanged a look with his partner, one that wasn't just medical. It was the look of someone realizing this wasn't an accident. The ambulance hit a bump. Lena winced, gripping the blanket with numb fingers. The memory hit her again, the balcony. The rage in Elias's eyes. The shove so sudden she didn't even have time to scream properly. He pushed me, she whispered. Ma'am, we'll report everything. Just stay with us. She tried to nod. The ambulance slowed suddenly, jerking slightly as it turned. Snow-covered streetlights blurred through the frosted windows. Then the back doors flew open. A rush of cold air swept in. A tall figure climbed inside, snow clinging to his coat, his face pale with panic. Lena, he breathed. Her chest tightened not from pain, but recognition. Evan, her voice cracked. Evan Rhodes, the man she once loved. The man she never stopped missing. The man whose car she had landed on. A man who hadn't seen her in years yet. Burst into an ambulance, like the world depended on it. He knelt beside her, taking her trembling hand. His grip was warm, steady, everything Elias never was. What happened? Evan demanded, voice breaking. Who did this? Lena forced the words out. Elias pushed me. Evan froze. Fury ignited behind his eyes, cold and controlled. I won't let him touch you again, he said. I swear to you. The paramedic looked between them but said nothing. The intensity in Evan's voice made it clear he wasn't leaving. A few minutes later, the ambulance backed into the emergency entrance of Mercy General. Nurses rushed out. Lights flashed. Voices echoed. But Lena only heard Evan. I'm right here, he said. I'm not going anywhere. As doctors wheeled her away, she felt something she hadn't felt in months. She felt safe. But safety wouldn't last. Because inside the Sterling penthouse, word had already reached Elias. Lena Harper was alive. And asking for Evan Rhodes. Back in the Sterling penthouse, the atmosphere had transformed completely. The one's Christmas party now felt like a crime scene draped in gold and panic. Police officers moved through clusters of shaken guests, taking statements. The balcony was taped off. Whispers floated like smoke, unease, frightened, uncontrollable. Then the elevator chimed. Everyone fell silent. When the doors slid open, Evan Rhodes stepped out, snow melting on his shoulders. His presence changed the temperature in the room, suddenly colder. Sharper, more dangerous. Conversations died mid. That's Evan Rhodes, a man whispered. What's he doing here? He looks furious. Elias Sterling turned from the officers, his face draining of color. "You shouldn't be here," Elias snapped, attempting authority he no longer had. Evan didn't even look at him. He walked straight to the lead investigator. "I'm here because Lena Harper spoke my name when she regained consciousness," Evan said. "She asked for me, and she told the paramedics something important." Elias stiffened. The officer raised an eyebrow. "Mr. Rhodes, what exactly did she say?" Evan's voice cut through the room like a blade. "She said her husband pushed her." Gasps rippled across the penthouse. A woman dropped her wine glass. Someone covered their mouth with both hands. "That's a lie," Elias exploded, pointing at Evan. "She's confused. She hit her head." "She wasn't confused about you," Evan replied calmly. The building manager stepped forward. "Our security system made a backup before anyone touched it. The balcony footage is still recoverable." A shockwave rippled through the guests. "You tried to delete the cameras," an older woman demanded. "Why would you do that if it was an accident?" "This is bad, Elias. Really bad." Elias backed up, face twisting. "You're all turning on me based on gossip." "It's not gossip," a young woman said boldly. "I saw you grab her arm. She begged you to calm down." Others began speaking at once. "She looked terrified. I heard her scream stop. He was yelling about investors." The officer raised her hand. "Mr. Sterling, you need to come with us." Elias barked a bitter laugh. "Arrest me. On Christmas." "Based on rumors." "It's based on your wife's statement," the officer replied, stepping closer. And soon, the video. Tanisha, who had been clinging to a corner, trembling, finally broke. "He told me to cover for him," she blurted out. "He made me say Lena was unstable. I didn't want to, he forced me." Elias whipped around. "You traitor." But it was too late. The officer placed a firm hand on his arm. "Elias Sterling, you are under arrest for attempted murder." Guests stepped away as if he were radioactive. The elevator doors closed around him as he shouted. "She slipped. She slipped." But no one believed him anymore. Later that morning, Mercy General Hospital. Golden rays streamed through Lena's hospital window. Her ribs ached, her body bruised, but she was finally somewhere safe. Evan stood beside her bed, eyes soft with relief. "The police denied him bail," he told her quietly. "He won't be coming near you again." Lena exhaled shakily. After months of fear, the air tasted different, cleaner. "I want a new life for this baby," she whispered, placing a hand on her belly. "A peaceful one." "You'll have it," Evan said, taking her hand. "Whatever you need, I'm here." She believed him. For the first time in a long time, Lena Harper felt free, truly, beautifully free. And this fall, it didn't break her. It saved her. If this story touched your heart, tell me in the comments, what city are you watching from? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story so more people remember. No matter how old you are, it's never too late to stand up for yourself.